Welcome to YesNetwork.com, where you can get exclusive content all season long from This Week in Football, presented by Geico. And obviously, the players didn't have any answers on Sunday. The coach didn't have any answers on Monday. But as we talk about the New York Jets, Gary, I come to you for answers. You're my answer guy. Why exactly did the Jets defense play like that in the first half?
Well, it wasn't just the Jets defense, it was the Jets offense also. But, you know, the Jets win the toss. Rex, as he always does, defers. And the way the Steelers offense started out, it didn't appear to me that the Jets were going to get the ball until the third quarter kickoff. I mean, that was the most amazing drive I've ever seen to start a game. And, you know, what's really disturbing if you're a Jets fan is to listen to Darrelle Revis and Mark Sanchez after the game say that Jets came out flat in the first half. And other than the fact that I really felt that they played their Super Bowl against the Patriots the previous week, it's almost impossible to understand or to explain, Ross, how a team can come out flat in a championship game when they're trying to get to the Super Bowl for the first time in 42 years.
Well, there's no excuse. There's no explanation. It's not acceptable. I mean, the Jets talk so much about punching the other team in the mouth. Maybe the focus in the offseason should be about wrapping the guy up around the legs, you know, actually tackling. Bart Scott, all those guys. Rashard Mendenhall and Redmond, they made those guys look like Jerome Bettis. I mean, 160 yards rushing? Are you kidding me? That was the Steelers' best rushing day of the season against the Jets. In the AFC title game, can't happen.
Well, that's because Heath Miller was back, but I'll talk about that in a second. You know, the big thing here is that after the game, the Patriots game's over. You know, they're all deflated. They're like, you know, that was a great game. We finally, you know, exorcised the demon. Now they got a new demon. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next year, if they get to this point and Pittsburgh's the team to beat, they'll be talking and, you know, screaming and yelling. But before this game, they didn't say anything. They were throwing flowers, and it took them to halftime to actually get involved in the game.
But they still said that they were going to go to the Super Bowl. They didn't say anything about the Steelers per se.
The problem is that they've always had some kind of focus. They focused on Manning. They focused on Brady. And all of a sudden, they get to the Steelers. There's no one to focus on. They're not talking about it.
How about focusing on going to the Super Bowl?
But it's easy for you to say when the players are saying that the talking helps motivate them, you know, being, you know, rowdy helps motivate them, Rex is in our corner, it all helps motivate us, and then all of a sudden there's no talk.
Well,
none.
If what Howard is saying is true, I would argue the demon is within, because they need to find a way to self-motivate for these games that every other player in the league wishes he were playing in. And I think we're doing, and the Jets are doing, a disservice to the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's easy to say, we came out flat, it's on us. The Steelers flattened them. It was the Steelers who made them look flat.
And you know what? I hear so many people say, well, you know, Rex says that, you know, it's going up, and here we go. And Jets fans say, well, maybe next year. Do you know how hard it is to get to the championship game? I mean, it's remarkable that they got to the championship game 2 years in a row. I talked to Brandon Moore earlier in the week, and he said, I'm telling you, you know, there's no guarantee we get back here. Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, the Patriots. I mean, there's a lot of good teams. It's not easy to get back to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, those teams are not going away anytime soon. We are going away, because that's going to wrap up this edition for YesNetwork.com. Of course, you can check us out all season long right here on the web and as well on Yes This Week in Football, presented by Geico. We'll see you next time.